Hey guys, welcome back. Finally doing another drawing and painting tutorial. Apologize for the delays on these things. Honestly, my life's been crazy lately. Today we're going to do fabric, drawing and shading fabric. Sometimes that gives people trouble. Basically, you want to think of it as a sheet of paper at first. And, sheet of paper, you can fold it. And the biggest difference there with a basic fold with fabric is, a piece of paper is angular, and fabric, of course, is going to be much more rounded. So we'll just down here. Oh, that was a terrible straight line, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. I really wish I could draw a straight line. Then all my drawings wouldn't seem so hairy. But anyway, you see the same fold, and you just round it off a bit. And notice when you raise something up at the top, you want to raise it at the bottom about the same amount. That way it looks like a continuous piece. And of course, if you choose a top right light source, you're going to shade it, well, of course, put the dark outline first. You're going to shade it so that's cast shadow because it's being blocked, and that'll be shaded bottom to top, a little darker at the bottom, a little lighter at the top. A little more so than usual because the fold's going to cast some shadow down there at the bottom. If I ever get to that. There we go. Just work on that outline some more. See, a dark outline hides the sketchiness. If you're going to finish the drawing, of course, using a feather line like this, you'd clean up the outline a little. But here we go. We're going to shade. Just throw a little. Looks like a straight line shade. I think I'm going to go back in and do my normal scribble shade. But yeah, there's my scribble shade on this. But yeah, just remember the basic shading techniques is you got a highlight, you got a gradient shadow, deepest shadow, a reflective shadow, and cast shadow. And right there we're got the deepest shadow already, not quite at the edge. And then we're gonna, grade up. It doesn't to a really big highlight because I imagine this fabric's white in my head. So here we're gonna do a cape. Of course, capes are flowy. They're going to have a lot more wrinkles. They're going to have more than just that one fold. And they're going to have some pitches and falls because of the way the fabric flows. So we'll get this basic drawn out here. It will look like a cape, I promise. The bottom of a cape, anyway. But you see I put a little fold in front. You can't, since it's since it's at the bottom instead of the top, you won't see the inside of the fold, of course. And put one on the other side too, and we'll make it a happy little cape. Or a superhero, the Invisible Man, because I didn't draw the superhero. There we're going to put a little curl at the end. As you can see, you just work on the overlaps. You put as many folds as you want in it. Just remember to think of it as a flat surface, and you're folding a flat surface. So here's a little indentation that's just caused by the flowing. And when you put indentation lines, you don't want to overdo it. There's a cast shadow on the left from the big fold. Put a little cast shadow in the indentation, and just do a gradient shadow up from that, darkening the outline. And we're going to move on after this to, let's just clean this page. There we go. Can't tell this is 10 times speed or 4 times speed, can you? Okay, now we're going to do stretched fabric. Because fabric can stretch, unlike solid pieces of paper. And when I do a stretch, I like to ignore the terrible thumbs there. I just needed something to stretch it. I like to draw the part that's being stretched first, and then I work everything else in around it. So basically, stretching is going to pull the middle in at the edges. It'll pull the middle in, it's going to create all kinds of nice little ridges and then indentions in the middle, and of course swell out the middle. Well, I mean, swell out where the stretching is being done, and you always try to make the transition kind of smooth where the curves are. You'll see I fixed those a little bit here and there. But yeah, you darken in the outline, and you cast shadow. You shade in the little ridges you've created with the got indicator lines there. They're not solid lines. They're just little lines to indicate depth. I call them depth lines. I don't know what the actual term is for them. I'm self-taught. But anyway, you shade each little ridge, each little fold as an individual entity, taking into account its placement with the others. So, like for instance, a ridge up at the top is going to be brighter, but a ridge at the bottom is going to be darker, darker shaded. And basically, that's it. Anytime you stretch something there, draw a little ridge out in big so that you can see it. I see a ridge is just a lump there, and fix that. There you go. And you shade it just like you would any normal object, but you just gotta shade each individual ridge. And you want to go kind of heavy. I like going heavy on the cast shadow because it really brings out some depth in the drawing. Put a big cast shadow under that thumb and in the ridge and underneath, and just go back to the beginning. Remember, we're working with a flat surface. Anytime you do fabric, it's all a big flat surface, and you just got to pay attention to the folds. I hope this is helpful. You guys let me know if you need any specific tutorials. I hope to see you again soon. Talk to you later. Check out my books on Amazon.com.